What is up, artists and art fans? Thank you guys for tuning into the show where we talk to all your favorite Instagram artists about the trade, the tools, and the tips. Sorry about all this squeaky shit here in the background, but as you know, yeah, I don't know. But without further ado, guys, how's everybody doing? I'm your host, the Real Zimzima, and you guys are on Chatting with Zim. This is episode 122. Holy crap, it's been a long time already. And yeah, sorry about the noise back there, right? So as we see some of the people just getting into the show, we got Shades of Alyssa, Mr. Rip Psycho, Dan Mite. What is going on, y'all? I am on running on about 2 or 3 hours of sleep, so we'll see how this show goes. Might be a little interesting. Aside from that, y'all, make sure y'all check out the Drawn Con show later on today. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Central. They're going to go ahead and feature Bellossoms. Who is Bellossoms? No one cares. I'm just joking. He's the baby bro, so make sure y'all go check him out. Check out the Drawn Con show. And yeah, hit him up. Today, guys, we got a returning guest. She was on a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I know. Hiya. I thought you don't get guests on, before the 30-day mark. Well, she was a blast to have on, and I think she was full of knowledge, and I was on a time crunch, really, y'all. I really wanted to devote more time to her, so hence, here we go, right? And her name is Erika Swanson, or aka Very Bright Erika. She is the creator of the Bellossoms cartoons or animation, right? You guys could definitely find that on the YouTubes. I've been promoting her all week, so make sure you guys are going back, checking her out, following, doing all that good shit. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see if she is in the house. What is up, 90 Seconds of Art? Shout out to Steve there. And everybody else. How am I doing, says Dan O'Mite. Well, I'll be a lot better when I have that Bigfoot nose karate on my hands. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see. Who is in the house here? Oh, and it looks like she is not in here. Let me check out. Make sure she didn't reschedule or say, hey, Zim, I'm going to be a few minutes late, right? Because I was on a time crunch as well. Here we go. Sweet. What's the YouTube again? I didn't catch the name, brother. The name is Bellossoms. So, Bellossoms. Bellossoms, like blossoms, but bell in front of it. Pretty much it's her animation series that she created. It's a bunch of flowers, like these. That didn't do it justice, right? A bunch of flowers. No, they're flower characters, and they go on these crazy adventures. She just released episode 7 last week, and without any further ado, I think I see her on. Ooh, thank you, sir. Thanks, Delanoose. Says he got me on that noise. That was that background furnace right there. That ugly thing right there. That makes all hella noise. But, yeah, guys, thank you guys for joining. Hopefully your guys' week was good. Turned off the airplane, right? It's actually the jet, dude. I'm inside a jet right now, and I just landed. So here we go. We got Erika on the line. Let's go ahead. You say, well, Zim, why you got the shades on? Well, I'm the fucking Stanley of Instagram, alright? Get used to it. That was the jet. Hell yeah, that was the jet.
Hello.
Howdy, stranger. Never talked to you before, ever. First time.
Yeah, first time. First time on a jet. First time plane.
Well, this is actually, as you guys know, this interview is taking place in the jet, so...
A private jet.
Yeah, damn right.
We each have our own.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dope.
With free Wi-Fi and pretzels.
I'm gonna be like Get in the jet.
Oh, you have it! Yay! I couldn't find mine.
No? Well, this is the one I'm going to give you, though. Ooh. So it still works, I think.
Yay! That's so comforting. And another
Right?
one I find very comforting. I'm like, I could fall asleep to that.
I'm surprised we didn't see more stabbings in the show.
In Bellossoms? Or in
No, the Power Rangers.
That was, yeah. That was later seasons.
It's like, why are you fighting back? Why are you fighting back?
Yeah. No Zords, just swords.
Right.
I'd still watch it.
Right. I would definitely watch that.
Not mad about it.
Right. So, Erika, thanks again for coming on. I usually have this one of thing where I don't get guests on. I usually have a 30-day gap. That way I could make some room and stuff. But people were asking. People were
business.
Yeah, damn right, man. I had it was a back-to-back show. We had Mary Maphis on right after you, so hey, thought you needed some more time because there's a lot that we need to digest and go over, man. Some of the more specifically the whole art thing, right? The whole art game. I want to talk about some of the convention stuff, and definitely, guys, if you guys are in the room, feel free to drop in your questions right below. Question bubble, you know the deal. And yeah. And also, I saw the new episode. That was pretty badass.
Thank you.
Pretty dope.
Pretty excited.
Hell yeah. If y'all missed it, make sure y'all go back. Go on to Chatting with Zim, right there on the YouTubes. And I actually uploaded everything. So we're up to par now, y'all.
Oh, so speaking, because this is a part 2. So if you have people that are watching the episodes, so I have 2 errors that I'd like to correct from the first episode. One, you asked me about music, and I'd be remiss to not mention BTS. I'm ARMY, and I forgot. So in the moment, I panicked, but I'm definitely BTS ARMY. So I just wanted to put that out there. And 2, I got my website wrong. It's not, I don't remember what I said it was Follow the Flowers, but that's not right. I'm not going to repeat it again. That's just the facebook.com/follow the flowers, but my website. And it's easier if you just go to my bio and click the link and then it'll take you there. But just go to adventureisinbloom.com or lovelylittleflowers.com because Bellossoms.com, which works, is harder to spell. So I made 2, the one's a little older. The Adventure is in Bloom was for the animation that I just did because it's more appropriate to like the tagline and everything. But I had to correct my own website. Real good marketing over here.
Well, if y'all go to the Chatting with Zim and you actually check out your interview, right below is all of the links. So all you got to do is clicky. Mm-hmm. If you don't clicky, you get the stabby. That's lack of sleep. That's lack of sleep.
Stabby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the stabby game, Knife goes in, guts come out.
It's also the Halloween episode.
Right, exactly. You got it.
Over. It's time for the stabbing. Yeah.
Right. Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
You're not celebrating Halloween if there's no stabbing involved.
It's got to be a little.
This is great. That's funny.
Right.
So, I was also telling you, one of my favorite lines from the episodes, I think it was episode 2, and it was Cece, I'll bring you the snacks.
Uh-huh.
That was great.
That
was awesome.
Do you watch My Hero Academia? Have you seen that show?
Yeah, I have.
Do you watch it dub or subbed?
I prefer it dubbed simply because I usually put it on in the background. Mm-hmm. But if I have time, I'll watch the sub. I don't mind subs.
So we picked it up recently. We're like burning through it because it's really good. But we picked it up recently, like much after I started the show. But Froppy, the frog girl, sounds like a lot like Cece, and I was like, maybe I do have a future in voice acting. They sound exactly alike them, and she doesn't.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's a great segue. It's funny you say that because that's one of the questions that I didn't ask you last time. It's
Oh,
like, do you voice all your own voices, all your own characters?
yes. So everybody but Corey, who is the beach flora, and Holly, and one of the thorns, Crimson, uh, are my friends who have like put up with me putting up an iPhone to their face and being like, record these lines. Actually, there's I don't want it's like a featurette of my friend Shireen who voices Holly, and like our takes, like doing it live. You can kind of watch a video of us doing it, just like laughing and being goofy. But otherwise, I'm doing the other ones. So I do.
Oh shit, that's
92% of them.
damn, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you differentiate between the voices, right?
I don't know, but it's funny because I watched them all again recently, and I was listening to the pilot, whatever the first episode, and like I feel like now I have a much, like it's more consistent. I think I know what they sound like more than maybe I did. Like I was just kind of making it up. I'm like, how many voices? It's really because it was just me, because I can't hire a bunch of voice actors or whatever, because like I said, it's a one-person show, so it's me and a couple friends. And it really just turned into how many ways can I throw my voice, and so how many characters can I fill out that way. So it's just what different voices can I make, and then that ended up being some of the voices. So yeah.
Dope. Well, if you ever need newer voices, hello.
There are no boy characters. Do you do girl characters?
I could try.
Okay.
I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try.
Future animations. I'm not gonna do exclusively Bellossoms forever. So on future animations, I will let you know. For sure.
Sweet.
For sure.
Sweet. We are down for that.
If you want to pitch something, maybe we'll just make something and we can just both voice something specific to us. Maybe it's that Power Rangers stabbing thing.
Yeah. You know, it's going around stabbing Goldar and all of them, yeah.
One after another.
You know, and then you have the Green Ranger hit it with his big ass sword of darkness, just, you know.
But voiced by you.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Kill.
Pterodactyl!
Oh shit, there you go. Stab that damn pterodactyl too. Let's cook it.
No!
Oh well, you can't. You'll get like rust poisoning and stuff, so.
Wow. That got dark.
Yeah.
I was just talking about innocent stabbing, and then you went into like rust poisoning and tetanus and.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. That's the word. I could.
It's a real weird episode of Power Rangers. It's got like this. So. But,
oh man.
Anyway, yeah.
Power Rangers. They all get vaccinated. Anyway, that's for another show. Woo, man. Let's see. Delanuse, he also mentioned that Froggy is one of his favorite characters.
Oh, so she's fun. They have a great. I mean, they all need. Oh, thank you. Yes, there are Winx Club vibes to it. I love Winx Club. I've seen a while ago. Hard toys to come by, but very cute. Thank you. Yeah. Also, Sailor Moon there's a little Sailor Moon Winx Club in there, but I have heard Winx Club quite a bit.
Yeah, I actually get some Sailor Moon. I get some Equestria girls as well. Mm-hmm. Don't ask how I know that. And yeah, that I didn't even think of that Winx stuff, but that's pretty much an all-girls crew there as well. Mm-hmm. So,
and it's got like a plot. I haven't seen it all, and like I said, I haven't seen it in a while, but I really wanted the dolls because I don't know if you've seen the dolls, but the dolls had actual eyelashes when they first came out, and I thought that was super cool. And I was sitting there in the toy aisle. Trying to have a conversation with a 7-year-old girl about them. Like a legit, like, oh, what about this one? Like, I'm talking to her about it, and her mom came by, and I was like, now this got weird. And so I didn't buy them, like, I chickened out, and I haven't been able to find them since. So if anyone has a good in on a Winx Club doll, I was looking for really any of them.
That's probably going to be a pretty penny now, too, man. It's usually the way it goes.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Next thing, please. It's like, hey, little girl, you want this little pony? I'll switch it for you. Yeah, I could see you totally doing that.
I mean,
It's like, here.
I was more just like because she was saying something like we were like fangirling, like, isn't this show like really cool? Because nobody else watches it other than 7-year-old girls, so I gotta talk to somebody about it.
It's like, hey, little girl, look at this one. You pull a bootleg one out of your pocket.
And then
has the
no.
Yeah, exactly. And then stab. And then stabby stab. That's the word for today, stabby stab.
What did you, somebody said something though in the chat. You said Della News said something, but I missed what you said because then I got distracted by the individual who talked about Winx Club. He brought it up and I was like, oh, it's an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah. No, he was saying that Froggy was his favorite character.
Oh, right. So I started to lead in with, I think, I like them all, and I think they all need therapy.
Yeah, they probably do.
Every student has like some real unresolved issues, and they don't have like, they have the nurse, I forget what her name is, Mrs. Heals a lot or whatever, she kisses them, and then they heal. I can't think of her name. I haven't been watching it long enough, but they don't have like they need like a school psychologist and like a social worker. It seems like.
Damn, you know what? And I never even thought about it, but these are fucking high schoolers taking on these, you know, these damn assassins and shit, you know?
They're freshmen. Yeah. It got dark. I'm glad, because we watched Dragon Ball Super with my child, and and we were gonna try My Hero Academia, and I was like, I don't know if we should, and we stopped. We like, because it seemed kind of innocent when they were in school and stuff, but we stopped and we started watching it on our own, and I'm glad we did. I was like, oh,
sweet.
Good, this would have been a mistake. Like at some point I was like, uh-oh, this would have been a mistake for a small person. So it is an adult. It's an adult's. It's for mature audiences or whatever, but.
Unless you like stabbies.
A lot of stabbing, yeah. If you don't, yeah. if you're okay
that's the last one, y'all.
Stabbing, then it's all.
Yeah,
then it's fine.
That'll be.
Yeah.
You know, let's play a game. You know, it's like every time I say stabby, y'all take a drink. How about that?
It is what it turned into. Except everyone on here would have been like hammered by now.
Oh yeah, man. It's been at least 4 or 5 shots already.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Stabby. The power hour, you said?
Yeah. Every minute.
Sweet. I was also gonna ask, just while we're still on the subject, you know, of Bellossoms, are anyone based more on you, or is there a little bit of you in all of them?
I think it's just the nature of the fact that I made it, that part of me is in them somehow, and that I voice them. It's coming out whether it's intentional or not. They're not based on me, but they're also part of me. So I don't know if that's a good answer. They're not. It's not meant to be a representation, a direct representation of anybody or anything. And in fact, if anything, I wanted to make them. Especially originally, like they didn't have, my original concept, like in the books and stuff, is they don't actually have names or even really specific personalities that were obvious to anybody, because I really wanted whoever interacted with the Blossoms, it's as if they came across them for the first time and almost like a pet could name them themselves or kind of imprint themselves onto them a little bit. So initially I had left them a little blank, but when you look into doing something like an animated show, like what I wanted to do, they really need like the personalities and the quirks, and they like, you know, they like snacks or they like whatever, like they sort of need that stuff to enrich like the world. So as I grew like what the Blossoms would be and like the format that they were in, I added personalities to them, more so than like I even intended to initially. So but yeah, long story short, they're not based on me. Maybe the Thorns a little. Maybe me a little bit. We'll see how the story will shake out, and you can decide now that you've seen me in what by then will be at least 12 interviews involving stabbing. So by then you can decide at the end whether it was based on me or not. But it's not intentional. It's not an autobiography. It's just meant to be an adventure with flowers that I hope people, you know, enjoy and and can get nostalgic about in 5, 10, 20 years. So
Yeah.
we'll see. If it is,
Sick.
they can be sort of based on me, but it's generally not intentional.
Okay. Well, hey, I got my answer right. I was like, huh? I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think they're based on?
I don't know. That's why I brought up the question. I was like, because a lot of people. Well, let me rephrase the question. Which one do you relate most to?
I don't. I really don't, because I write
Okay.
them as a complete. They all play their own part in what I consider the bigger story, and so to me, there's not any one I relate to. I just wanted to make them all relatable in some way. So I wanted to make sure they all had some individual hook. I don't, at least not yet, without maybe even spoiling the story, I don't relate to anyone in specific yet. I like to eat. I do like that Cece brought the snacks, to your original point.
Yeah.
I like to draw. I like to make my own stuff, which they like to do. They make their own clothes. They make their own, like, everything you see. Like, when you look at the first episode of the Bellossoms tree, like, you can see a lot of, like, I try to put stuff in the background that looked like crafting stuff or whatever, because I really wanted it to look like, they are completely independent. Like, they live on a tree on their own. It's almost like they're just camping and having a sleepover all the time. And so they just kind of make their own stuff and kind of do their own thing and live, essentially, totally isolated, but also like surviving in that way. So I guess in that way I considered myself able to be independent and kind of do my own thing. So so that I relate to. But otherwise, no, it's totally unintentional. And like, I'm not a professional. Like, I didn't go to writing school to figure out how to make, I didn't do like writing exercises like that. I didn't even really go to, like a storytelling. Like, I have no formal training in any way. So like I said, if anything happened, it's a happy accident and I'm happy with it. But again, it's not intentional. So
You remind me of that right now with what you just said, that one American Idol, that one Asian, when it first came out, I think it was like season 1, where he's like, I have no professional training whatsoever. It's like, no, really,
nothing.
She bangs.
Oh,
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember that one? He said, he's like, I have no professional. It's like, really, guy? Of course you don't, man. That was funny.
Now I know. Yeah.
Before we get just a little bit further into the show, how have you been? Are you going anywhere? Are you popping up in any new places as of yet?
I mentioned last time I'm going to New York next month, so I'm kind of just focused on that right now, and I'm trying to get out the next episode before then. So when you're doing that, there aren't a lot of places to go other than my desk, where I'm drawing them and working on them. So I'm mostly just working on trying to get the next episode out, and we'll see. And then I also have I have to catch up on some sketch cards and stuff, and that's why I started watching My Hero Academia, because also I really wanted to watch it anyway, but because I'm going to an anime show, I was like, I need to get caught up on my anime like right away. Like, I don't want to be a poser showing up. So I was like, okay, I need to watch this. I'm going to rewatch Cowboy Bebop. Like, I'm going to hit up like some other like anime. So at least I know like it's not just like Sailor Moon. And I didn't want I didn't want it to be, people will come up to me and hopefully when they come up to request things to me, I will have some idea of what they're requesting instead of just out of the field like requests. So that's kind of so I'm doing some research, working on the show, and I got to do some new like sketch cards and stuff too. So that's
Sweet.
it. That's all I'm doing. And then Halloween somewhere in the middle. A little bit of fall fun.
Yeah, there you go. So the New York, man, that's pretty dope, man. Did you ever like? Was this a goal of yours? Because I know that's like the mecca there, right? It's one of the
New York Comic Con is this weekend, and that's like the show. And I'm not at that. So yes, I would like to go to that. That's run by the same people that do Emerald City Comic Con, and they do C2E2. And they're very good shows. So I would love to go there, but I just signed up for the anime one because, and I didn't really sign up. I applied to sign up, and I was applying for a bunch of shows as the vaccine came out, as shows started returning. I just like started like just kind of like seeing whether they had stuff, because there's an anime show here called Anime Central in Rosemont, but it's been full for like 3 years, and their application window is very small, and it's totally a lottery, so it's completely random. And they started rolling over people, and they had so many rollovers again because of the pandemic that it's got hard to get into the show. It's like, well, if I can't get into that show, let me try this show. Like I'll try New York. Like I'll try to go to places. So I'm excited about it. I haven't done a show in New York yet, so I've been to New York, but I haven't done a show there. So I'm excited to try it. Hopefully it'll be like really fun.
Sweet. Yeah, hell yes.
Lots of good cosplay. I hope. I had to like brush up my own costume. I was like, well, I can't not go in costume. It's an anime show. So hopefully it's acceptable.
All right. What did you think what are you gonna be?
Oh, I'm gonna be Mimi. Just like in the, if you haven't seen, for those of you watching live, I have the Thorns line. I'm wearing the shirt. The Thorns line is in the store for a limited time because of Halloween, and I like made a commercial for it, and in the commercial I'm wearing parts of the costume, so you can see me dressed up like the Thorn Mimi. Yeah, the one with the little green buttons. See, if you go to the website here, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. So, yeah. For
sure, y'all. And thank you, JR, for that. Also, we had a comment by Notorious Pez. Pretty good friend of mine. Talks a lot of shit here and there, but love him just as much as the next artist, right? Let's see. I'm having a hard time seeing my comments here. Oh, jeez. Let's see. It says, this person understands the assignment. The sale is in the conventions. Do your research. Hopefully I got it right, because I can barely see it.
Conversation.
There it is. Yeah. There it is. I can't see it. It's very light on my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have no idea why, but
yeah.
Now I understand what what con artist always talks about. If you're not familiar, there's the Drawn Con show. It's another artist, and he usually has guests on, right? And he's always saying, he's like, I can't see the text. I'm like, come on, dude, how could you not? It's like, oh, okay, never mind. I feel like an idiot.
Oh.
You know?
I see it. I see the comment.
Sweet.
I am trying to do my research. I don't want to be fair though, do your research. Like, I'm not going to, I don't know. I knew I would have liked My Hero Academia anyway, so that's why I started watching it, but I didn't want to I don't want to pander to anybody. So if you see something at my booth, there's a really good chance that I like the thing, whatever it is. So if you're seeing Sailor Moon drawings or BTS drawings or like Wolverine or, you know, Captain, like, I like that stuff. Like, I'm not just drawing it to draw it. Like, I like it. And then when people request something else because they like the style of my other stuff, that's fine. But specific to the anime one, I was definitely doing my research. So I would at least somewhat know what I was talking about, because anime is a little bit of a different beast than like comic book like type stuff. Like, comic book stuff is like everywhere now. It's impossible to, you know, avoid it now with like Marvel Studios and everything. But like, anime is its own little, like, it's always been its own little subsection, and now it's like a subsection of a subsection. And so I really felt like I'm also going to the show even to educate myself, because I'm like, all right, what's going on with anime right now? Because obviously my work is anime inspired, but I don't like live and breathe manga and anime like some people do. I really like it, but again, to me, it's not so much the media as it is like, is the story good? Is the art good? Like, regardless of whether it's anime or whether it's Marvel What If, or whether it's, you know, an anime, like a Disney movie. Like, none of those mean anything to me unless the story, like the story itself was good, or the moments are good, or the show is good. But with that, so that's why I started like with I call it like research. But if I wouldn't have liked it, I probably would have stopped watching. But I'm obsessed. I love it. It's really
good.
Word. So if
And
anybody has any other recommendations of newer stuff that I missed that isn't a million episodes, because My Hero Academia is also only like, I think it's still coming out with new episodes right now, but I think it's only like 80 episodes or something, which is totally doable in a month or so. But, yeah.
oh yeah, I took on a bigger test than I anticipated. For all the people, I know I'm gonna butcher, but I'm doing purposely. But I started watching Naruto. You know.
I was gonna say I watched some of Naruto and I liked Naruto, but I was like, it's long.
Oh yeah,
It
I
is.
found out the
It's
hard
really
way.
long. So yeah, I was
Yeah,
also
it
reading. I was reading the manga at the same time as watching the anime. I was pretty much exactly the same thing. The art is gorgeous in either, but I just couldn't. I can't keep up. I couldn't keep up. I'll be honest. I couldn't keep up.
sweet. And for everybody else who's listening, if you guys have any like questions for her, please. She is like pretty much a fountain of knowledge here. You know, not only were you on your first Comic Con when you were, all I heard was little splashes. But you were very young when you did your first show, your first convention. Aside from that, you were also a teacher. You know, if you know, guys, go back, watch the first episode with her, and you definitely get a lot of information. And I was like, holy crap! I went back and I watched, and I was like, holy shit, you've done a lot. You know what I mean?
Some things I've seen things. Yeah.
Sweet. As an artist, right? First, before you became an animator, I know you said that animation was pretty much like your door, you know, your window into everything, right? Um, when you started out as an artist, what was your goal, and is it still the same now as it was back then?
Yeah, I want my own show, and I got it. I think I'm there. I just want more. I wanted additionally, like I really wanted to be a comic book. I thought I was going to have, and it still might happen. I don't. I wanted to do cover art for comic books. Specifically, at the time I wanted to do like Witchblade or whatever. And I still might or could, but that's not my goal anymore. I mean, I really, now that I've buckled down on it, I really am really proud that I have my own like animated show. Like it's kind of crazy to say that, like, because I'm in it, so it's hard for me to have the perspective to like really like understand or enjoy even like what I've done. But like I made my own show, and you know, it's getting some traction and people are watching it, and I think it's really cool, and I'm excited about it and happy to share it. And so I'm just happy to have my own. I'm happy to have my own creative property that now I can share with the world too. And I think that was kind of always and that's really, I think, maybe the goal of any artist. The other, you either want to be a commercial art and you want to do art for somebody, or you want to express something that you've had kind of all along, and just kind of figuring out how to be able to do that is sort of the journey of like the artist, right? And it's not always even the same, like and how to get there, or like the different routes to get there. I mean, there's no right way, and it's I have my own show, but you know, I'm not going to stop drawing because I have my own show now. Like, okay, well, what do I want to do now? Like, I still have other stuff I want to do. I have other animated shows that I want to do that aren't even necessarily like Bellossoms or, you know, super cutesy, friendly, like happy, joy related. Like I have other things right now just because of what I'm trying to do with it. All of my focus is on Bellossoms. But like I want to go back to drawing like, you know, just random superheroes and stuff, like whatever. That's why I started drawing the Bellossoms like with the superheroes, because I wanted to do a little bit of both. So I would have like, I don't know, examples of me still being able to draw them, because I still do that, but you don't see them as much because I spend most of my time doing the Bellossoms in animation, because it takes a lot of time just to gotta have the thing to like be able to promote it. So I don't have as much time to like sit and do like fun art as much as I would like. I'd like to do more fun art, but so I think maybe that's more my goal now than anything. But I'm more than happy to continue on like with my show and kind of see what happens and where it goes. But that I don't know that my goal has changed. I'm just constantly changing with it, I guess.
Evolving.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Does, yeah. And it should with everybody. You get more information, you find out more, and you figure out what works and what doesn't, or what you can. I mean, I feel like when even now, I feel like there's so much that I don't know. The more that I know, I learned that there's like that much more that I don't know and still have to find out. So that's either encouraging or frustrating, depending on how you look at it. But there's definitely more out there that I'm ready to do and want to do. It's just sort of like one step at a time kind of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Animation is taxing. It's not like, oh, done. Like it's time consuming. And then after that, there's like I just finished, 7 just posted. And I'm working on 8. Like it's just like one right after another. So I'm going to be happy to finish. My goal right now, is to finish the arc that I'm in right now. And then we'll see where it's at. I'm probably just going to draw a bunch of fun stuff for like
sweet
straight.
So there you go.
Not Bellossoms again for like 3 years, maybe.
Non-stop grinding, y'all. You know what I mean?
Oh, but that's not fair either. I do take. Obviously, I'm watching stuff like My Hero Academia because it's physically and mentally impossible to go, and it looks like I'm impressed with people because it looks like that's what people are doing. Like it looks like people are grind all the time, and I work every day, and I'm like I can do that sometimes, but I also I need breaks too. Like I'm not a machine. I think it's just a matter of figuring out your goals and then figuring out the balance between how you can achieve them. I think that's some of the challenge too. Particularly being an artist, because I don't work a 9 to 5. My job is doing the art and making Bellossoms and making stuff. So how do I manage my, how do I fight not working 24/7? Because it's I know that I could. My sketchbook is right there, my pens are right there, I spend a lot of time why am I not doing more, or why am I not working? And that's not fair or feasible even. So I think there's a lot of that too. So some goals are just keeping the balance and also just kind of finishing what I started. Those are my artistic goals right now, and they're not even really artistic, they're just more professional goals in general.
There you go. Well said.
Look easy.
Well said. There you go. And I also want to remind people that I cannot see your comments. So please, if you do have any questions, please use the bubble below. That way I could literally see them.
I can scroll. Let's see. Wait. Somebody watched season 1 of Naruto and then never saw it again. Season 1 is plenty. You get it, right? They become ninjas and then they're good. And then What's Art Studios said, "Hey guys, hey What's Art, how's it going?" I think that was all the comments. And my favorite software package for animation. I don't have a favorite. I just know what I know, which is the Adobe Suite. I happen to use After Effects and Photoshop, but there are plenty of people who use probably tools that are much, much better. I just happen to be familiar and have access to the Adobe Suite because of my graphic design background. So that's all. But I think free software would work great if you know how to use it. I think there's no right or wrong way to do it, and no specific software that would work any better than another. It's just a matter of what you're comfortable with working on.
Word. Shout out to Live with 7. Catch the homie as well, doing interviews as well. He's another one there. If you ever need or want to get on more shows, that's one of the other guys right there.
It's me.
He's asking, what is your go-to music for doing art?
I listen to podcasts because they're much longer. I don't like to be interrupted. So 4 hour long podcasts, or nothing. I don't listen to music unless I'm really in a groove, because it could be distracting. I like to get where it's more of a flow. No stabbing. I don't want to have to stab, so I listen to podcasts.
I don't want to get to stab.
I don't let it get to that.
Oh man, I wish I could name the show that, but no, it probably not be shown on YouTube. They'd censor my ass for that. I'd rather not get stabbing. But so conventions, right?
Sure.
I'm new to this, just like many others. You're obviously a pro, right? Yeah. I would consider you a pro.
Somewhere in between.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm pretty. You have. I'm sure you have a ton of shows under your belt. So, that being said, some of the do's and don'ts that you learned from maybe your first time going to these conventions.
Um, do's and don'ts. Like,
Don't stabby stabby.
don't stab anybody in general.
Like,
Unless they try to take your food, then that's what's up. You do
oh
it,
yeah, yeah.
right? Don't. Okay, all right. Don't look around. Do look around. Look around to see if you can go to the con beforehand. If you can be if you can go as an attendee, go check it out. Check out what the other artists are doing. Do not get carried away with what's better art, or like I can't draw, or what looks better, because to me, like, there's no such thing as a better art. Like, at some point everyone has their own style, and that just appeals to different people differently. So like,
Mm-hmm.
Bellossoms looks one way, but that doesn't appeal to everybody. That doesn't mean it's bad. At least I don't think it's bad. It just doesn't appeal. Like, some person might not like that style. They might not like anime style. They might like really like gritty style. And so there's a spot for that. There's a spot for everybody. So, be a little kind to yourself in terms of looking around, because like you said, like, a lot of people have been doing it a very long time, longer than me, and more shows than me. There are some people that their job, I don't consider my job going to cons. I go to cons to help promote my show, but people's jobs are going to cons and selling prints, and that's what they do. I have no idea about any of that. I can't even really take a guess at it, but like, some of these guys make a lot of money, and their money is made at shows and doing shows, and they make a job out of it. So the other thing I would say is, and I did this when I was like 15, is like, just go up to other artists and talk to them and ask them about the table, ask them what they're doing, ask them what, or just look, if they're busy, and hopefully all the artists are busy because everyone's buying art, look at them, look at what they're doing. Maybe you can add something here, add something there. I've definitely been in a show where I was out of my depth. Like I said, like, I quit doing shows for a while, and then kind of came back when I had, reconstructed the idea of what I wanted to present when I went to a show next. I think branding is really important. Like, and there's no good logo. Like, branding just has to be consistent. So whatever your brand is, if it's your signature, if it's something you drew, if it's something you need, it's something you draw, like, whatever it is, just make sure it's repeatable, and it's kind of like on everything, that it's on your business cards, it's on your signs, if you have signs, whatever it is, just so people kind of like know. Like, for me, like, people know to look for the pink booth. Like, they're like, oh, here, the pink booth, like, I can see it like from far away, which was my goal, because if you don't know about me, then I had to figure out a way to like get people kind of to know what it is before, if I'm not there, but I'm always at my table, but like, what you're in for before you even kind of talk to me. Like, you can look at it and go like, oh, I get it. So that I wanted my stuff to look like a thing. And hopefully it does, like, oh, you haven't seen this thing yet, you just don't know about it yet, but it's definitely a thing, and you are learning about it right now. Like, almost like it exists just like anything else, like My Little Pony or Winx Club or Sailor Moon. Like, Bellossoms is a thing, and here it is, and come learn more about it. So, just make sure you're branding whatever it is. Again, there's no right or wrong about it, just that it's consistent. I mentioned I'm always at my table. Be at your table. I go to shows, and I don't know why you would do it. I guess there's many reasons you would do it. They are long hours, and I do work a lot of them alone a lot of the time. Sometimes I have help, but some people just don't like show for like, or they'll just have an empty table. Like, they'll do 2 or 3 hours, and maybe they can, and maybe they feel like they can, but what happens is it sort of just kind of looks empty then. And so it's sort of like against the spirit of the show for people not to show up. Like, even though maybe they don't have to, or it's not convenient for them or whatever, but like, they just like, there's just nothing looks worse than a bunch of empty tables. It's like going down a street and like nobody's mowed their lawn kind of thing. Like, it's just, it doesn't look good. It just looks like, oh, this area has just been given up on. So,
stands out.
Be at your table. If you have, practice a pitch, or I don't even want to call it a pitch, because that sounds like a little Hollywood, but just figure out what you want to tell people, what you want them to take away from like what you're doing. Like, be prepared with what you're doing. It doesn't have to be anything like lengthy. It doesn't have to be a thesis of any kind, but just like, oh yeah, I like I like Sailor Moon, so I draw Sailor Moon. Like, it's as simple as that, and I'm doing it for this or that or whatever.
I like turtles.
I like it. I like Power Rangers. It's Morphin time, guys. I would make friends with your booth buddies if you've got booth buddies like next to you, which we obviously did. Just find the people around you that you kind of click with and make some buddies. Prepare beforehand, which I'm terrible about, like, because I draw things on the spot, and I spent a lot of time drawing stuff on the spot that for a while it didn't even occur to me to like bring prints or like have prints, because I was like, why would people want prints? Like, I just like draw there, but it helps to have, it's almost like signage, like it helps to kind of have them. So prepare, like, like I said, I assume most artists that make cons their job spend time, like most of their job is making prints, so they have new prints like specific to shows. And some people go as far as to make a specific print just for that show. Like, so at the bottom it would say something like, you know, C2E2 2021, and it's like just that print, like for that time. But I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I know enough to not know. Like, I don't know printers personally. I don't know who does gold foil. Like, I don't know who does, like, I don't know those people. I just know like what I do. And so I've just kind of doubled down on what I do, but I would like to know those kinds of things. But yeah, get your prints and stuff ready, kind of figure out your setup. If you can, if you have the space, figure out your setup beforehand and kind of just play around with it. Take pictures, and saves time. Especially if you're by yourself, or even if you're with a buddy, or especially if you have help, you can just, because sometimes you have the vision in your head and then somebody else does it and you're like, no, it's like this, and it just saves time.
And that is a very good one. That is something that Delanuse, he was the other gentleman that was with me that day. We're actually brothers.
Oh, really?
But yeah, and on the last show we did in where the hell was that show at? Brookfield, Illinois.
Okay.
Literally the night before, he's like, "Hey man, let's do this little mock setup," and I'm like, "Well, I'm fucking glad we did, right?" No, I'm being serious. It does. That's why I needed to comment on it. You know what I mean? So hopefully everyone is taking notes here, man, because this is all just some sweet info.
I don't have any guidance on pricing.
Okay. There you go. So don't ask about pricings, y'all, but let's ask this one. Seven again is asking, if your art was a scented candle, which scent would it be?
I don't know. I don't have a lot of scented candles. If my art was a scented candle? That's a great question. Can I come back to it? I'm gonna write it down and try to think of some scents. I don't have a catalog of scents in my mind to like come up with one.
It smells like burning.
Gosh, I hope not. It's like burning.
That's a great one. We'll come back to that.
I can do a plug though. It probably smells like a Serpent and Flame candle. Serpent and Flame is out of, I'm gonna get it wrong. What town is she from? Alsip? Arlington Heights? I don't know. She's local too though, and her candles are amazing. So it smells like one of her candles probably. Serpent and Flame. Yeah.
Sweet, there it is, Serpent Flame.
At least I hope so. My art doesn't smell as good as her candles do, but I wish my art, the scent of her candles is my art goals. I wish.
So if you would have asked me maybe last year what my art smells like, I was like, man, nothing but permanent marker, and I might get high off of it. You know what I mean? Hence the reason why these bad boys are on. Not really. I'm liking sleep.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I just literally just filled in my eye sockets with everything. Yeah, you're not even real glasses; they're drawn in.
Just write in Ray-Ban, make them legit.
Oh, we got a great question from Rip Psycho. He's asking, have you ever dabbled with other voice actors or any voice actors you've enjoyed working with in the future? Well,
I'd love to. No, my practice with voice acting is like Power Rangers was a really good example of just doing like calling out, because they all have their like calls, or like Sailor Moon, like I could do all the, when they do their moves, You know, like I
Hmm.
practiced. I was an only child, you guys, so I like practiced and like talk to myself in the mirror a lot, and like have like I sometimes I write because I have conversations with myself. And I do voices. I'm one of the only people at the table that does a voice for Dungeons and Dragons. So each of my characters has a cadence. It's very
Oh,
specific voice.
that's cool.
So it's been very good practice. So if anybody gets any tables at Dungeons and Dragons, go ahead and bust out some of your voice acting skills. It's good practice.
Sweet. Dungeons and Dragons, y'all. That's something I've never tried actually. And Magic.
I'm sure you can find. I've never tried. I don't have the money for Magic.
It's all that pay to win stuff, man. I learned that the hard way through Yu-Gi-Oh and
I played
Pokemon.
Pokemon. I played the Pokemon card game. That was all. That was card games for me. And then yeah, but Dungeons and Dragons is fun. Find yourself a table. It's great.
Sweet.
I highly
Uh,
recommend it.
oh, this is a great one by Notorious Pez. If you're not following this guy, make sure you do. He's I met him last or this year. Yeah, this year. And he's very driven, he's very focused, laser focused, and he's one of the reasons why I kind of started doing it. He's on my ass, so there you go.
That's the trick. Doing it is the trick. Doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well said. He's asking, what's your favorite con and why?
C2E2 is my favorite. I think it's really big. I haven't been to that many, so I kept it very local for a very long time. And it was only this year that I went to Missouri, I went to Iowa, and I'm going to New York. And hopefully I'll continue to keep going. It was more about figuring out how to get my booth like in suitcases. And then once I kind of figured that out, I was like, oh, I guess I can travel, like, and knowing that I could do it, like having the confidence to know that I could do a show alone. Like without like loading.
Don't just say it. Do share. How did you manage that?
I like I said, I set up beforehand and then try to pack everything away and like figure out. Like I had to buy like a special suitcase for like my display and stuff. Like because
Erika, you come on. You're like, my booth is in this thing. And then you throw it. Yeah, exactly. That'll be so badass.
Like Capsule Corp, like Bulma. Exactly. God, I wish it was that easy. Yeah, that would be a lot easier. I wish they would invent that already. Yeah, but I like C2E2 just because it's big and I like their carpet. It's professional and it always seems like they have everybody there. And I like the way they do the artist alley. Like it's just big. So I just like that it's big. I like where it is. I think McCormick Place is a really cool venue. I like it better, more or less than Rosemont, I think. I don't know that it really matters because when you're going to a show, it's kind of just about the people and like who goes. But I feel like at C2E2 there's a pull, so I get to see like more people, which is kind of why I go. Like I want to see the most people I can see. Returning flower friends that come to my booth for stuff who I totally appreciate, and new flower friends that want to come by. I just feel like there's just the bigger for me, the better. So I'm not really intimidated by larger spaces. I'm always happy to be there. I'm happy to get in because it is limited space, and you can't just like pay for a table and go. Like it's juried, and you have to. So you kind of have to have like experience or be like a professional, or it feels like legit to me. But that said, I've been at the show and like I'm like, okay, I'll work the show. Like I feel like it's my responsibility because I have the opportunity to be there, that I will work 10 to 7 or 10 to 5 or whatever. But it's happened at C2E2 too, where people like show up late or don't show up to their tables and stuff. And so that's always kind of disappointing. But yeah, C2E2 is my favorite. I have the most fun at it.
Sweet.
The cosplay is really, really good. It's in Chicago. They have Galaxy Hero. The Revolution beer is excellent. I can't drink and draw, so I don't drink during the show, but it's good. People have tried. They're like, here, I brought it for you. And I'm like, I can't drink this right now. Like, I can't drink and draw. I'm so sorry, but thank you.
I'd be like,
I know a lot of people. I feel like I'm just really comfortable there. I like run into a lot of, you sort of run into sort of the same people. And so it's always nice to kind of see people, friendly friends that, friendly faces.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, man, bring me another one.
It's my Christmas. It's my Christmas. I get up for C2E2 at like 4 a.m. I am just like so excited to be there. Like I am ready to go all weekend. And then I just sleep the following week. But like all weekend I am like in it. I'm in it. It's my favorite.
Hell yeah. Spoken like a true artist, damn it. And Erika, right before we just move any further, we are approaching the 1 hour mark. By any chance? Yeah, it went by real quick, actually. You got time to chill some more, or we good?
Get a little sippy sip.
Sippy sip. As long as it's not a stabby stab, then we're all good.
Sippy sip, stabby stab. All right. Yeah, we're good. All refreshed.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What you drinking?
It's water. It's ice water. It's hot today. It's like 80 degrees. I don't know what to make of October.
Vodka.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, have you not seen the direction of the show?
This is just. And also, I'd like to point out my Swift Wind. This is a Sonic toy. This is from She-Ra. This is She-Ra's mount. Swiftwind, and it was a Sonic Happy Meal, but I didn't know it was a Sonic Happy Meal because it happened during the pandemic, so I bought it on eBay.
Oh.
I bought Happy Meal, I don't know what they call it, the Sonic, I don't know, they should call it something else, but you know, Sonic, like the burger place, or hot dog, the drive-thru place.
Yeah, Sonic.
Place, which is so bizarre, but anyway, I went and bought the She-Ra on eBay.
I never ate there, you know? That's a fun fact for y'all. I've never tried Sonic, ever.
Do you know where one is? Because they're kind of...
Yeah.
Oh, you just haven't gone. It's not an endorsement. I'm just saying that's where this is from. This is the Sonic...
Erika, if I get hooked on Sonic, I'm going to blame you.
It's not my fault. It's really not. Last time I recommended Chilaquiles. So, Chilaquiles, have at it. But
there you go.
It's an endorsement for Chilaquiles, not for Sonic. I don't know what I would do. I would endorse Taco Bell.
Yeah. Taco Bell's all right.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. I'm a pizza guy.
About fast food, I don't know what your next question was, but I'm happy to talk. If we're talking about fast food, because I don't eat a lot of junk food anyway, but like if we're talking about fast food, it would be Taco Bell. I find it very satisfying. Or Chipotle.
I can't do Chipotle. It does wonders for my, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the South Park, I know.
I forgot about that. That's funny. That's great. Psycho, once again, he's asking, you said being an only child, how did you come up with the idea for the Bellossoms? And seems like they all kind of share what do you say? They share a special connection.
Being an only child, how do I have that perspective on it? Probably. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I just, again, I think it's like Ninja Turtles. I think it's a lot just like that dynamic, or just like friendship in general. I think they're very tight knit. They're kind of just always that's what they know. They just know each other. So it's it's their normal. And so they are like sisters. And it's definitely like a sisterly type of thing, but it's they're also like partners too, and they're just kind of like I said, like they make their own stuff and they live in the tree, and they survive on each other too. Like they are each other's source for kind of everything. They're each other's best friends. They're playmates. They make stuff together. Like they're just they're kind of just. They just live together. They just hang out in the tree. And so I don't even know, they're not siblings in the traditional sense, but they're definitely siblings in the sense that they all like live together and share the same space and share each other's experiences growing together. Pardon the pun, but blooming together. So yeah.
There you go.
I don't know how being an only child plays into it. I mean, the only thing I can say is that I had time to practice voices because I was an only child, and like I had time to, explore my own stuff. And figure out my own voice. So maybe because I could figure that stuff out, it made it easier to figure out their stuff too, for them. But I don't speak on behalf of the Bellossoms. They are, they can be interpreted however art. I put art out there, and people can take what they want. That's why I asked them, like, do you think they're based on me? I don't know. It's not all intentional. It's really, it's intended to be, well, it's not intended for anything, but I mean, hopefully there's a takeaway from it, and people, for better or worse, whatever it is, I hope they just get something out of it. I hope they watch it, at all. I'm happy to provide another art for people to look at and like and think about it. I think that's a really good question. I can't do a psychoanalysis of it because I don't know. I'm still doing it. Maybe soon.
There you go.
I'm not sure.
Well, it just came to me. If you ever want to incorporate somebody, I would definitely be a nice bud. Yeah, that's what I would probably be. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
What?
I don't know. Okay. I said if you were to ever make like a Bellossoms character of me, I would probably be like a little marijuana bud. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very 420 friendly here.
Not canon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not canon. Did not endorse it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, y'all. Don't listen to me. I'm sleep deprived. A little bit more about yourself. Is there you play instruments? Is there something some other talents that maybe don't go with the whole art thing?
I don't consider it a talent. I've been learning violin.
Oh, that is dope.
Count. Yeah, it's fun. But I'm not good.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll ever actually be good. And that may be true for everything, but I do practice violin. It's nice. It's a nice departure from drawing. The totally separate, because I didn't even know how to read music until I started playing, and I've only been playing not even 3 years. But I started just.
That's not bad. That's not bad. 3 years though.
I learned violin, and so I started playing it.
Oh, that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Now, I have to do it, right? I'm gonna ask. Is that violin close by?
It's not.
No.
It's not, and it wouldn't be good anyway. I'm doing you a favor. I promise. I promise. Although I will say I am at the point. I think I'm good enough now, with some support, because I do have professional instruction. I take lessons. I learned it for myself for a while, and then I hit a point where I was like, I can't learn it on my own anymore. Like, you can do some YouTube tutorials where they kind of like show you where to put your fingers, but otherwise forget it. But now with adult supervision, I think because I've been doing recitals. Like, I did a recital which was like 90% kids and then me.
Whoa.
So, and I was like not even as good as the kids. Like, it was like basic level. This was when we were doing it in person before the pandemic. But I think this season, because there's a Christmas recital and like a spring recital, I think I'll be able to do the Sailor Moon theme song finally, which is very exciting for me. So I'm hoping to do that. If it's really good and I learn it really well, I might post it to the Instagram. So another reason to follow me.
Yeah, that'll be dope. Yeah. Now that I want to see,
It's hard. I'll say
I bet. I have no instrument playing bone in my body. You know what I mean? I can't even play the triangle,
Ding. Maybe if you use the Power Ranger thing.
Oh, yeah.
You can play that. There you go.
Like, take that, triangle.
There it is.
Take a shot, y'all. Take a shot.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't call it a talent. I like to play tennis.
Okay.
That was late too. I just started that late as an adult. I didn't do anything. I drew, and then I sort of like later in life I was like, I'm gonna learn some other stuff now. But everyone was like, oh, did you like play sports in high school? No. Did you play like I did nothing. I just drew. So not just. I mean, that's not really fair. But yeah.
Yeah.
I play video games.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Bayonetta 2 right now. Well, I have a Switch, so I've been playing the Switch.
Oh.
Got one, yeah. But I had played PlayStation 4. I don't have the new ones. I don't get new systems. Like, we just got the Switch. Like, I wait like 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, okay. I wait until the game that I want. Like, I didn't get an Xbox until Street Fighter 4 came out. And I was like, well, now I need an Xbox because I have to play the new Street Fighter in, like, whatever, 2008, 2009. So I just like wait until it, like Switch. I got it because I was like, oh, Super Smash Brothers came out with Sephiroth. Well, now we need to get a Switch, like so I can play Sephiroth and Super Smash Brothers basically. But now that I have the Switch, I've been playing other games, including Bayonetta 2. Like I was just holding off because sometimes Nintendo. See, I was really distrustful because Nintendo will come out with systems and then ghost them, sort of like the Sega Dreamcast. Like they'll come out with like Wii U and it'll come out for like half a year and then they're like, just kidding, we've got a new system. Or they did it with something. GameCube only has like 25 games or something. They were just like, never mind. Like they get bored with their own system. So when the Switch came out, I was like, not again, Nintendo. I'm not falling for this. But actually it's a really cool system and I'm glad I finally got it, even though I'm very late to the game. But I'm late to the game with everything. So it's fine. Things will wait for me. It's okay.
Sweet.
But I keep my tech very low. But I do like to unwind and play video games too.
You hear that, Nintendo? You hear that? You should sponsor her. All right? Don't worry about this.
Game would be the best.
Ooh.
It'd be really cute. I'm hopeful for that one day. I just played DC Superhero Girls. That was cute. No.
No.
So the cartoon. Well, you mentioned My Little Pony. So the My Little Pony creator relaunched DC Superhero Girls, so it's like Wonder Woman, Supergirls.
Oh yeah.
It's on Netflix, and they came out with a video game recently, and so I like beat the video game recently, and it was pretty good because you get to be the villains too. So I got to be like Catwoman, and that was really fun.
Oh shit,
it's fun.
That's sweet.
It was cute. And now licensed games are always a little like iffy because the mechanics aren't always so great. So it was like a little clunky, but like the story was really good, and the side missions were really cute. It's a little RPG. It was fun. So yeah. So I would happily have it. Yes, Nintendo sponsor me. I would happily have an app or whatever, any sort of game. I don't play games on my phone, so I can't say an app, but like a Switch game would be amazing. Obviously, that would be that. See, I would have toys before that, though. I'm gonna have toys. I'm gonna have dolls, and once I have dolls, then we can talk to Nintendo about video games.
For sure, and I would probably pick up some of those. And then as far as me gaming, yeah, as soon as my daughter was born, I think that's the last time I ever really gamed like that. And she's 9 now. She's about to be 10 next month. So the only thing we play now is Switch as well. We're either Minecrafting it up or, doing, what's that called? We got Smash Brothers. We have Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I had to introduce her to all those classics, but
Mario Party.
Mm-hmm.
Party coming out.
Yeah, I might have to get it. You know, I'm like, hey, there's the Power Rangers ones too. And she's like, no, Dad.
Oh no. Yeah, no, I didn't get the Power Rangers ones either, but I wish I had. I might want to play it with. We just got Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh, dope.
Did you play X-Men Legends?
I don't play it. I mess with it like once or twice, but you know, at the time it was just like I'm too busy doing other stuff. I ain't really got time for games right now. Right. But I know what you're talking about.
It's pretty good. It's okay. The camera needs help, but it's fun. Like X-Men Legends and X-Men Legends 2 were like amazing. They were for PlayStation 2 or 3. I don't remember which one at this point, but they were amazing. So it's all based on the same system. Just a little history for everybody. But X-Men Legends was the original, and then they came out with X-Men Legends 2, and it was good. And then they came out with Ultimate Alliance, which started adding because the other ones were just X-Men, and then they started adding like the Avengers, obviously, and Ultimate Alliance 2. And now they have 3 for the Switch, and that's the newest one that we started playing.
Okay, yeah, I think I played that when for the PSP actually.
Okay, our PSP actually melted. The battery melted.
No way.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I went to go play Crisis Core, and it was warped. We hadn't played it in a while, and I was like, man, like the battery. I have to buy another one. But like, the battery warped for real.
Oh shit, man, that's crazy.
And we take really good care of our systems, so I was surprised. Like I was like, oh, what happened?
Oh no.
Why did this happen? Like yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Well,
I wanted to play Crisis Core really bad after I played Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Well, well, better the PSP than your hands, right?
Why, Sony? Why? Anyway, yeah.
I know what Sony needs. Don't let me bring that. Right.
Well, Sony has been good to me. Your initial question was, what did you ask me? PlayStation or Xbox, right?
Yeah.
I went PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation. So I guess it's PlayStation.
No, There you
Actually,
go.
I went PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, because I had PlayStation, like 1. So I went 1, 2, and then I had an Xbox 360, and now I have a PlayStation 4. I actually have the Arkham Knight PlayStation 4 because I didn't buy a PlayStation 4 until Arkham Knight came out, and when Arkham Knight came out, I was like, well, I need that PlayStation. See, that's how they get me. They have to come out with the thing that I want, and then we'll go get the whatever it is. So once, like, because Arkham City is one of my favorite games of all time. So when they came out with Arkham Knight, I was like, it's on. I guess I'm getting a PlayStation.
Yeah, I think that's that was about the time when I stopped. I think part 2 had just dropped. What the hell was I playing at the time? That and Grand Theft Auto. I think it was Vice City. I think I played like PlayStation 3. That's as far as I got in my gaming. I was this close to pulling the trigger when that Spider-Man one came out for the PS4.
Oh, it's really good. It's like Arkham City, but Spider-Man.
Oh man, I've heard.
Good.
I've heard, and even to this day, I'm like, I do consider it, but I'm like, am I really gonna play, or is it just gonna be like a $400 or $500 paperweight?
Right.
I think it's the latter.
That's why we can get Switch, but we've been really playing it, so I'm happy with it. I like it a lot. And I was waiting for Bayonetta to come out for a very long time, so because Bayonetta 1, I like loved Bayonetta 1, and then there was like nothing. And then Bayonetta 2 came out, but it came out for the Switch, and I was like, why though? Why wouldn't it come out for the PlayStation? Like, I didn't understand because it was initially on a next-gen system anyway. So for it to come on the Switch was very strange to me. But then they also added Bayonetta to Super Smash Brothers, and I was like, all right, you win, Switch. So then and everything was fine. I was like, now I'm good. I can go on with my day. I mean, I'm like, I don't really have time, but I like make time because I'm like, that's like me time. Because I still want to be like, I still want to, I don't know, still feel like I'm part of the community, and I feel like I'm playing a game, and I still have something to connect me with everything else instead of just being on the Bellossoms tree island or whatever. Like, I want to still like know other things and like try to keep up with stuff, even though there's so much. But it's kind of like my effort to be like, all right, it's almost like it's more research, but it's fun for me too. It's a little me time. I like it.
Yeah, Seven says he's got to get the new Spider-Man game, so he's got to be the PS5. Yeah, man, good luck trying to find that.
It's free on PS4.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we just downloaded it. Also, what else was free? Oh, the Final Fantasy VII remake was free for me too. Like, it was just a download. I was like, great. So I got paid to wait. I was like, all right, now I can play it, and also it's free.
Not a bad deal.
What else for free? What was it? Oh, I got Tomb Raider for free. The Tomb Raider, the initial Tomb Raider 1, the remake. That was really good. What else did I get for free? Oh, Red Dead Redemption, I think I got for free, and that was really good. And then I bought Red Dead Redemption 2 and hated it, so I just deleted it. But I paid a lot for it. I really liked it, so I bought it, and it was like $80, and I was like, I can't.
Holy crap!
Deleted it right away. I was like, never mind. And I think I did the same thing with Shadow of the Tomb Raider too. I like started it, and I was just like, never mind. There were too many jump scares, and Red Dead Redemption was too slow. It was too slow. Everything was, I mean, it was such a detailed game, and it was so pretty, but it was like you had to, like, it was like you were living in the Wild West. Like, the computer didn't do anything for you. It was like every single little thing you had to be prepared for. And I honestly just kept getting like shot. Like, I would be like riding around, and I would just get like shot randomly, and like then there would be a warrant out for my arrest, and I'm like, oh my god, I was like trying to be a good guy, but I was like, why am I trying to be a good guy? Like, it's too much effort, and I quit. But Red Dead Redemption 1 was really good. That's just me. I don't have the patience. Like, it either has to really like grab me, or like I just don't. Oh no, the jet is taking off.
Oh, you heard it?
It's okay, it's not as bad now.
Taking off in 5.
Take your seats, and the airbags are
everywhere.
Flotation devices are under your seat. Yeah. This is off the rail today. This is totally off the rails now. I feel like the other.
Oh no! We've gone in so many directions. It's good. It's good though. You know, that's what we're.
So sorry.
Oh, it's great though. That's what makes the show a show.
It would have really been a show on my violin.
Oh man, if you still have it, if it's in the house, go grab it. Like no.
You don't want that. I'm just doing a favor. Trust me, you don't want that. It's getting better with every day. That's all.
Here, you know what? Let's put it to a vote. How about that? Audience, if you want to see her play some violin, nothing like good old peer pressure.
I don't succumb to peer pressure. You underestimate me. I'm just be like, no. Moving on.
Like, nah. Hell yeah, nice. Like, nah. I don't remember if I asked you last time. Horror stories, especially dealing with people, conventions, selling art, this type of thing.
Okay. Wow. When I was younger, like 18, like I used to, people used to be creepier. I don't know. I'm pretty friendly, but like some people, when I would take some requests, and I think just because I was a girl, and it's not as common now. This was a while ago. Like people would be like, oh, I don't even know how to say, like, can you draw their like boobs bigger, or can you like just like this stuff that I just sort of put up with and didn't even know they were like horror stories.
Any bad like clients? Anybody ever talk smack or act a fool or something? Security.
I think I've been pretty lucky. I would say most people are really, really nice and really generally like pretty happy. But I'm not mean to them, so I wouldn't give them any real reason to be like mean or rude to me. If they're coming up to the table and they want art, then they are, there's nothing really to like argue about. Everyone just seems like really kind of satisfied. At conventions, that's other than creepy guys like coming to the table and just like saying kind of weird stuff. I will say, like, if my husband is at the table, they think he drew everything.
That's
like, they'll be like, oh, you guys work on this together, or oh, is this yours? And they think like, I don't know if they think I'm just like the booth babe or whatever, but like, I'm like, you think a guy drew this? Like, really? And sometimes I'll be like sitting there drawing, like, they're like, who drew this? Did you draw this? Like, they seem confused that it was me. So that's more, not so much like anymore, but they're just like, oh, okay. And maybe people just don't know. I can't say I've had a total, no one's ever like yelled at me or throw out my stuff or anything like that.
I this is something that just,
I don't have anybody to call out. Like, I wouldn't call out, but I like it, I don't know.
Yeah, no. It doesn't have to do with like calling out. It's more of like, it's a question that I like to ask artists, right? Because sometimes you get, I've heard, I drew something, somebody requested me to draw something commissioned. I drew it, I handed it in, and they're like, oh, that's it, like that was the client's words, like, oh, that's it. I was like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
I think for me the expectations are pretty obvious. I'm not doing anything more than what you've already seen at the table, so like I think they know what they're asking for or getting into, so that might just be something between like what maybe the prints look like and what the person expected. So I think that's maybe just a communication error on what, like, is it a bust? Is it a head? Is it a full body? Is it color? Like, what is it? And I think that really needs to be like made obvious up front. But for me, like, it's pretty, like I said, and I do a lot of sketch cards. So for me, it's hard to be disappointed when it is just like a quick little, like, and it was easier for me. That's why I switched to them too. It was easier on my markers and smaller. And so like, it's hard to be disappointed with something that's like 3x3, as opposed to like a full page like thing that would like take longer. It just takes more time. Yep, they're my sketch cards. So I haven't had that. It's more just how people interact like with me as a person and not so much my art. And like I said, it's just, and it doesn't happen as much like anymore, but I don't know. yeah, stuff that wouldn't maybe have as much to do with my art. Yeah. Who could say no to those? Who could be upset about those? Look at that Spider-Man. Oh.
Look at that Charizard.
I think that one's sold. I think the Charizard's gone too. Those are
For real?
Yeah. I draw a lot of Charizards. There's a lot of repeats. So yeah. Actually, Pokemon is doing a contest where you can like draw a Charizard right now. I might enter it if I have time. Like they're doing like a 25th anniversary like event, like
the celebrations. Yeah.
They're doing like a call for art. So I mean, I'm sure there's like a million people. There's no chance that I would be picked. But I like drawing Charizard, so maybe Charizard's my boy. Plant fire all day.
For real, man. And you know that's pretty dope. I think somebody linked me to that, and I totally just forgot about that. But that would be awesome, right? Get that TCG to print your stuff.
Yeah, but really, it would be. I mean, I don't. That's the thing about some like drawing some properties. It's like, yeah, they're printing your stuff, but it's your interpretation of like their stuff. And so I think that's a really important thing, just like an artist too, like and that's another thing too, and I don't really know where I land on it yet, but it's like, where does it stop being like an artist thing and just start being like an infringement on the property? Like, when is it fan art versus like this is just a total? I think that's it. Like Marvel had a lot of that. Like you're talking about like con like tips. Like a while ago, like Marvel was locking down on artists that were selling Marvel prints. Like, because they're not artist property, they're Marvel property. Those characters are Marvel property, so you don't really have like a right to, you know, reproduce and sell like their stuff, even if you did the cover art, for example. So like if you were one of the artists, like you would have to buy, as I understand it, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, and it may still be the case, and it probably is the case, legally speaking, you would have to buy prints from Marvel if you were an artist, say like J. Scott Campbell. Sorry, J. Scott Campbell is just the first Spider-Man guy I could think of out of Marvel. But if you're J. Scott Campbell and you drew, you know, artwork for Marvel, you were hired by Marvel to do art for them. That's not your art anymore. You were paid by Marvel. Marvel owns that art. So if you're selling your prints and making money at your table, you're stealing from Marvel technically, because it's their art. So you have to like buy your prints from Marvel to be able to sell them like at your like to do signings and like sell them at your table, I think. And so there's a lot of that on big and small scales where people don't have their own maybe like creative properties to some degree, and may or may not take enough liberties with it. Like if somebody is just drawing a cover that already exists, like just redrawing and be like, yeah, I drew it, I don't know if that like that I would consider like mine. Like it's like,
yeah, I think yeah,
like
if you
photorealistic stuff, when people are like, oh, I took this like headshot of somebody and I redrew it, and now like I'm going to sell it as a print. Like to me, that's not, I'm like, the composition was already set up, the lighting was already set up, like that already exists. Like all you did was, not all you did, because there is something to be said for being able to draft, but I just don't know how that lands in terms of like the legality of what's at your table and what you can offer. And so that's also something else to be aware of if you're at a con. Just be like sure that what you're doing is like more on the original side. If you're doing prints, make sure it's more on like the original side and not like an infringement on somebody else's art or composition or something like that, because that could like get tricky. Like if it's not a parody, or if it's not a I don't know, just like an original take. If it's literally like, oh, I saw this, you know, screenshot and now I'm taking it, that could be like an issue depending. So just like FYI, because there are people who they deliver cease and desist orders like at cons.
Wow, that's crazy. I've heard.
It can happen, yeah. Depending on the scope. You know, your mom and pop like $5 or $10 print person, but the person that, like I said, it's their job to go from show to show and they make $10,000-$20,000 a show, there would be cease and desist like on them if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Which, you know, it's their creative property, they can do what they want.
True.
Like I would be you know, it's you know, the Bellossoms are technically mine. Not everybody, you know, it's like a licensing thing, and like I have like it's a registered trademark. Like it can't, like there's fan art and that's like one thing, but then if you're directly profiting from somebody else's IP, it becomes an issue. So that's something to be aware of. Which is why, like, a lot of times, like, so if people ask me, like, draw stuff, like I will draw the Bellossoms, like, with a character, or, like, they're playing with a character, so it's definitely, like, my own interpretation of it, and it's not something else. Like, I don't even use reference art, generally speaking, because it's very, like, I really try to make everything, like, my own. So it's something to be aware of, too, that at cons, you can get in trouble if you're still, like, learning, and that's not, like, how you're learning, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, obviously everybody's using reference or referencing something to, like, draw something else. Like, that's how you learn, but you can't necessarily sell reproductions of stuff. So just be aware.
There you
Depending
go.
on
Right.
I don't.
Well,
No.
that's very useful information. Hopefully, people took the notes, man, because it's stuff is stuff. I talked to Delanews about it. He checked into all of that stuff, and yeah, pretty much what you said. You know what I mean? There's that fine line, where you might be able to get away with it, but at the end of the day, it's just not your brand or your character.
I mean, and it's totally the environment of, like, comic books and just fan stuff in general is that it's open to interpretation, and the community is based around having fan art and having stuff and having things like that. Yeah, it just depends. It depends on, intent and what's kind of, like, going on or who sees it or whatever. I don't know. But, I mean, that's growth for everybody, too. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with that other than just, yeah. Cons and issues with stuff. It's very nice.
Right now, I think one of my last questions would probably be, I gone blank. It's that mind fart, it's that sleep deprivation.
I was going to ask you something, and then I blanked. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah. Favorite Pokemon? It's got to be Charizard.
Okay.
And Pikachu.
Okay.
In that order.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you copied me, but okay.
Well, I mean, Squirtle's okay. He's water. He's cool. He's a turtle.
I'm impressed with how cute all of them are. I just think they're really cute. Like, I can't, from an artistic standpoint, the simplicity of the Pokemon is really beautiful. Like, I think they're just kind of beautifully drawn. They're so naturally iconic. There's something very, like, they look rudimentary. Like, they look like they're very simple, but that simplicity is very difficult to, I don't even know how to say it. Like, the simplicity that they were able to do with the success that they were able to do it in is very difficult. Like, again, It goes back to that minimal lines, maximum impact. Like,
exactly,
very, very beautiful. Like, I just like how they look. The characters, not so much like the trainers. Like, I don't like how they draw people, but I love how the Pokemon themselves look. I think they're really beautiful.
And Jigglypuff would be third.
The what?
Jigglypuff would be third.
Oh, you're Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psyduck, says Delanews.
Oh, I love Psyduck. I actually like Oddish.
I
like Oddish. I like Meow. I like Charizard the best, though.
Yeah, he's just raw.
But there is another one. I can't think of it. Oh, and I like Pichu. In Smash Brothers, I really like Pikachu. It's hard not to like Pikachu. Like, Pikachu's kind of the best.
Smash Brothers go-to character.
Sephiroth.
Okay. Link.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got, like, okay with Zelda for a little while, and then I fell off and forgot how to do it because she's a little tricky, but yeah. Or Pikachu, or Bayonetta, or... Oh, you know what? Ganondorf.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Or, no, Bowser. I like Bowser, too. My child stole it. Because I used to play Bowser all the time, and then they were like, I want to play Bowser. I'm like, okay. So, I used to have a Bowser once. I used to have a lot of things once.
No. Let's see. Blackjack Davies saying Team Gengar.
I like Gengar, too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're dope. They're dope. Little ghost Pokemon.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Little haunting haunts.
mm-hmm.
And Snorlax. Snorlax is one of my favorites as well. But
Cute too. They're all
I
cute.
don't
They're
know
so
why.
long. I mean it. Oh,
Yeah, no.
I played Pokemon Snap too on the Switch. That's real.
I've never played any Pokemon game on the Snap or on the Switch yet. I say yet, you know. I tell my little one, she goes, "Dad, really?" I'm like, it's for you." It's like, nah, it's for you.
I've never played it proper. Like I've never played Pokemon like a Sword and Shield or a Gold and Silver. Like I've never played the ones with the battle. I've only played the ones like that are like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Rescue, Pokemon like the ones that are like Pokemon themed, but they're not like Pokemon card game. Like none of the actual like what Pokemon is, which is collect the monsters and then have them battle. I've never done that. I want to though. I'm gonna play Sword and Shield here soon. I think.
They recommend, but I don't play it. Is there anything that maybe we didn't touch on that maybe you wanted to bring up, or any questions?
I don't know. Questions. I'm blanking too. Is this the hour 14? What are we on?
This is 1:30. We're at the 1:30 mark.
Oh, okay. I'm impressed people are still like listening to this. Like this feels like two just fever dreams of like fan like lover. Like last time I just felt like I was just like talking at like this was my like it's like a rapid fire like this is your life type of thing.
And that's what this is all about. You know, we get to know you. We get to know you.
Hopefully you've gotten to know. Hopefully you've gotten to know like enough. I don't know how much more there is. I hope I was helpful.
No, you were, and you know, once again, thank you very much. I am feeling hella tired. I am like literally, I'm like literally on 2 hours of sleep. Then I went to work, and I think I pulled like an 8 or 9 hour shift, and yeah, I'm dead. I'm trying.
It kept you like sort of awake for it. Like, I feel like I reinvigorated you a little bit. Like, hey, let's do this, and you're like, oh, okay. It was like last call, but I'm like, well, wait, there's a 4 a.m. bar across the street, and it was like, all right, I'm back, and it's like second wind a little bit. I feel like I was your 4 a.m. bar, and now it's time to crash. Like, so you earned it. That's fine. Yeah, I was happy to. I'm glad we got to like complete. I know you had more questions, so I'm glad we got to like finish it though.
Yeah, no, and I thank you so much. I'll go
happily back to my 30-day window. Like, no, I won't return. I don't want to get anybody like totally tired of me where it's like, oh, I don't want to hear your voice anymore. That's what I was afraid of because I voiced the show and I was like, oh no, nobody's ever gonna want to hear me talk again because I voiced the show. And I don't know if I even necessarily even sound like them because I'm doing voices, but because I don't know if you didn't know if you could tell if it was me or not. My goal is that you can't tell that they're all me, but like I'm worried. I'm like, oh no, like I'm like an annoying voice and
no, and that's one of the reasons why I asked, because it's like if you really go back and you listen to it, you definitely start seeing a little distinction between all of them, and especially in their voice, right? You know, it's a higher pitch, you know, more serious tone, you know what I mean? You got the serious one, you got the goofy one, and they come out, you know what I mean? And it's, I was just like, man, is she doing all these voices herself? Because that's cool, you know?
The last one I did in one take, like I read the script in one, a lot of times, like, so what I'll do is I'll get into a voice and I'll just read all of that character's lines. But the last time I recorded, I just read the script and switched as I was reading it. Like, so I would like just read the lines and then switch my voice, like every line, which was something. But and sometimes I'll make it so like Crimson, I don't voice Crimson, but I'll do like a filler line for Crimson and then send it to somebody so they can kind of hear how the cadence or the tone of like how I want the line to land. And so, like, sometimes that's kind of like fun too. But if you want to see how like the voice stuff is made, you should definitely go watch the featurette that's on Facebook. It was posted sometime in February, and it says it's for episode 3, and it's my friend Shireen and I'm just like talking her through the lines, and she's saying the lines, and like just kind of like what happens when you're like recording it, and then I like so there's the clip of the line that she's doing, and then it like shows like the piece of the animation that she was recording, and so it's just like kind of fun. So you can kind of see how I do it, but it's like so low. Like I said, like I just talking to my phone. Like I don't have I don't even have like a mic or like anything. I'm just like, oh, I'll just record on my phone and just like upload it and like whatever. Like it's super bare bones. So one day maybe I'll have like voice actors in a studio. Actually, I kind of do wonder if like Bellossoms were to get picked up, which maybe hopefully it will be, whatever. But I'm wondering if they would keep me on or just hire actual voice actors.
No, they definitely keep you on. I mean,
would I get to be one?
No, I definitely think they bring you on. I mean, they're going to be paying one actor for what they could be paying 5 actors. So there you go.
They'll pay for 5 actors. They'll just pay me 5 times whatever they'll pay the one actor. That's fine.
Yeah, that'll work too.
Pay up, fools! No, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, talking about voices. What's your best impersonation of anybody?
Oh, what, do you have an impersonation that you do?
Here, I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I do. I have one, but I mean, since you voice, I kind of maybe I thought you might have a.
I voice out of necessity. I don't consider myself a voice actor. I consider myself somebody who's available to deliver lines in a way that I want lines delivered. I'm like, sure, I can do this. Like, I kind of just told myself I could do it. No, I could like get into characters, but I don't even intend to do impressions when I do them. I think I do like joke impressions. Like Dana Carvey talks about when you're doing impressions, like they're not even accurate. They just kind of become the impression because of whatever they are. Like they just kind of take on their own personality. And I feel like more of what I do, but I don't have any, again, not a professional. I don't have any like experience in any of that. So I wouldn't say I do any specific impression. I mean, I try to do like I'll find myself a lot of times repeating lines in like when we were watching My Hero Academia and Froppy was talking, and because she sounds like Cece, so I would like repeat her line like sounding like her, and it was like kind of, I'm like, great, she sounds just like her. That's funny. So it's being
nice.
But yeah,
that's cool.
Nothing that I could do like right now off the cuff that I could think of. I'm like looking around to see like, is there anybody here that I could do? No. I wish I could do Batman. I wish I could do. Oh, I can do Harley. Well, not really.
He's like, not really.
Not really. No.
If you ever see me, if we ever meet up again somewhere at one of these watch or conventions or what, ask me about my Krusty, the clown.
The clown? Oh, okay. But not really.
Yeah.
About it now.
I don't feel like
you didn't. Okay, I'll just act like you didn't say that. And then when
yeah.
Oh yeah, remember that thing that I wasn't supposed to remember?
Yeah, exactly. Well, one of those things. I haven't done that in like over a year, but
I can kind of.
You gotta bring it in.
That's a bizarrely old reference too. Like I forget how old Krusty the Clown is. Like it's old.
Yeah, he is.
New. Like Futurama is like 20 years old. Like these are old.
Yeah, holy
crap,
like,
they're old shows.
Yeah,
they seem like old. Which I can do Britney Spears. That's it.
Can you?
That's just a fact. I didn't say I would do it. I'm just saying I can. That's the only impression that I could say with some confidence. It's like, yeah, sure, I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Blackjack Davy knows. He's like, do your Krusties in. I was like, I haven't done it in a while. It's like really.
It's all you'd have to hear me like in the moment talking about some like tangentially like I am now. Like at a show, I would probably do it. Yeah. But I don't
we're-
really, I don't even think I consider like how the Bellossoms talk, like it's so much higher than my natural speaking voice, which is very like I think my speaking voice is like low, like, and I laugh like like I don't have like I don't think I have like that sort of like magical, mystical, like cutesy voice. So it's kind of funny that they sort of do because they're just like in there. But like I was like in costume when I was filming the commercial for the Wicked Thorns line, and I was trying to like say the book because I was gonna do some lines, and I was like, oh, I can't even think of how she sounds right now. So I couldn't do it like on command, but I can do it when I'm like reading the lines and thinking about it. I'm thinking about it within the context of the story, then I can deliver the line. Consummate professional.
right.
I'm so good at this.
And let's this is totally out of left field, you know, just to close up the show here.
Sure.
You're rocking your shirt, you're rocking the merch.
Yeah.
Anything else, any other merch around there that you might be able to show off?
I showed it off in episode 119. I don't have anything new since then because, like you said, it was a short time ago that we saw each other.
Yeah.
Highly recommend that episode if you want to know anything more about me. But I don't blame you if you don't, because I feel like I've been talking for a very long time, so you may already need to. But for the case of promoting the show, you should watch this episode and all the other episodes. No, please go check out the Thorns line though, because I worked really hard on it, and I think it's really cool and it's got some cool stuff in there. If you don't have the books, check out the books or just come see me at a show. Fly out to New York if you feel like it. Anime NYC should be fun. Please go like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Start demanding toys.
Yeah, that'll be dope. And if you guys have a hard time finding her, I linked her up right underneath the features on my channel. So all you got to do is click.
Or follow
me
what I mean? And then go to my bio and then click the website, and the website will take you to all of the things. So, yeah, you'll have it all. And I think that's everything. That's probably everything you need to know about me right now. But there's more. You'll know in the show. Hopefully the show will be over in like May. Hopefully by May I'll be done with this arc.
And hopefully by May we might be able to get some little bit of violin.
If we do, it'd be the tiniest. I could do like 3 notes. It would be like bomb, bomb, and then like there you go.
Hey, well, I'll tell you this much: you'll be the first to ever play a violin on this show. You know what I mean? I've had guitars.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I've had people playing guitars, electric, and acoustic.
Oh, they actually perform for you? Well, you should have told me beforehand. Next, if we do it again, we can do it when the show is like wrapped, and I'll come play for you. It won't be good though, and you're gonna regret asking.
Oh, hey, well, there's only one way to find out.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Well, happy Sunday, folks.
That's right, man. Erika Swanson. Hey, Erika, thank you so much, man. I honestly, I had a fun time.
Me too. Especially
despite the sleep deprivation, I'm literally, for real, I'm like running on like 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
That's fair. You did okay.
Hey, yeah, man. This.
I was awake.
I've had my moments.
It's okay.
I've had my moments, but you're great. You know what I mean? So it was very fun. Yeah, it was very fun.
Good. Next time I'll find my gun. Yeah. This
is for you.
I need to get a holster for it. Get that white, that leather holster. Get the helmet. Then I would have been prepared.
Do it. So yeah, that's definitely yours. Hopefully I'll see you at some show.
Yes.
I know I'm gonna be. Me and Dylan Noose, we're gonna be up at the Schaumburg Anime Con, coming in the 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Didn't even hear about it. See, that's why I need people to like tell me things. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
people, I don't know enough people.
Or there might still be time to get in there too. So if you're interested,
I don't. I don't. I couldn't, like, because I can't do a show every week. That was the thing. I was like, okay, I know I'm doing, like, I did the Kansas City show, and then I knew that I was doing, like, the New York one, and there's 2 months apart, so then within the 2 months, and I have to fill in, like, the episodes. Like, I can't, because I work a lot on my weekends, so that's when I get a lot, because I have the biggest chunks of time to myself. So, anyway, that's that.
There you go.
But have a great show. Maybe I'll see you there, but if not, I'll definitely see you at the show here, like, soon.
No, for sure, for sure. We'll catch up, and if you want, you know, I could send you a nice little Zim package. This included a few stickers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just drop your address, and you get that battery included.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hit me up. I got some stickers I could share with you, and yeah, man, I definitely think you're going to a good home.
Okay. Yeah. Very good home.
And once again, y'all, Erika Swanson, very bright Erika. That's Erika with a K, y'all. All right, so make sure y'all get that right. Check her out at YouTube at Bellossoms. You can follow her link as well. Yeah, buddy. Follow the link. Make sure you subscribe. Jesus Christ, it's not Adventures in Bloom. It is...
Adventure is in Bloom.
Is in Bloom, y'all. And, of course, if y'all go to...
Yeah, just go to the links. It's easier to just follow me here and just go and click.
Links in bio.
Don't have to spell anything. I don't want to make you spell. It's not a spelling bee. I just want you to go check out the little flowers that go on adventures. That's all. And
Zim recommends this. You go watch them. They're short, 3-4 minute sketches. Yeah, 3 or 4 minute episodes. They're dope. You know, I dig them. I'm into that stuff. I ain't gonna lie.
You'll keep liking it. If you like it now, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to keep liking it because they're getting better. So yeah.
Sweet. Next time you see me, I'm gonna have a big old thorns tattoo right here on my cheek.
All along the yeah. I do recommend that.
Yeah, everybody wants to see that.
For sure.
And thank you again. You know, have a great weekend, and hopefully we will talk sooner than later.
But not within the next 30 days.
Not within the next 30 days. Though. No. We schedule's already out till November, so
it's over.
But whenever you do
it again.
Yeah, whenever you do want to come on, definitely feel free. You know, if you want to jump in right before you go to New York in November, feel free to chime in. You could chime in here before or after, whatever, you know. I would say before so we could promote.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So we'll thank you very much. Say hi to the fam. And remember, Stabby. And that's the show, y'all. Episode 122 of Chatting with Zen. Please go ahead and follow me. For the love of God, follow me. I'm on TikTok. And her, too. Don't forget her. Yeah. Very bright Erika. Very bright indeed.
That's right.
Chatting with Zen, YouTube. Make sure y'all go subscribe. While y'all there, go subscribe to her. Bellossoms. Awesome. Groovy. Y'all know how we do. Episode 122 next week, y'all. We have a treat for you. We got we got Danny Cortez. Whoa. We got Danny Cortez art on the 17th, followed by Sketching the Beast to close out October. So tune in for that, y'all. And then we got some special guests. Yeah.
Those are technically Halloween episodes too. So yeah.
Yeah.
News.
I might do that. Because I'm gonna be in Halloween, so I'm gonna just go stabby, but get kicked out and dragged out of the con, you know. Yeah. But Erika told me. No. She said I could stay. Erika with a C. No. No.
Smile. I was like, like, don't do me like that. No.
Yeah, there you go. She knows what she wants.
That's true.
All All right, peace out, y'all. We had much fun. Hopefully, y'all had fun. Thank y'all for joining us. Big shout out to each and every one of you in the show. Make sure you guys follow Monsters Art Clan as well. That's the artist community, the fam, the clique, the crew. Make sure you guys follow Live with Seven. He also does the interviews. Dead and Laughing, they do part of the Monsters Art Clan as well. And of course, we got the Drawn Con show later today at 5 p.m. Actually, in about 10 minutes, you're gonna see the little bro. Yeah, Dylan New. So tune in. Con Artist Graphic Design or Jace_Drawn to catch that show. And we out. Erika, take us out with some voice acting.
Follow the flowers and all their adventures at lovelylittleflowers.com.
Yeah, there you go. Heck yeah, we love it. Much love, y'all. Take it easy.
Bye.
Peace out.